Hi guys, welcome to Conversations with AnouMe. Today's question or topic is probably one of my favorites. And it goes like, it's basically overanalyzing. How to get ourselves out of the state of overanalyzing or overthinking a situation. And Depika, what are some of maybe your top tips or to help us with that?
So it just makes me laugh because I've seen Ines do that several times, and I know I used to do it a lot. And the first thing you need to know is recognize that you are overthinking or overanalyzing. And many of us, because we've been doing it for so many years, because it's just kind of ingrained in us. We kind of analyze to the state that we almost paralyze us, and that's why you get that saying, which is paralysis by analysis or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's part of of what many of us are trained to kind of do. So I think the first thing is to actually recognize that you do overthink or you do overanalyze. So that's the first part of it, but that's not going to stop you from doing it. It's almost like if you set it up to say, okay, if you have a favorite song, here's something that there's a way to reprogram your mind. I'm just making this up on the fly now. If you have a favorite song, what happens, you can just almost say to yourself, if I start, or if you have an annoying song, if I start over analyzing or overthinking, can that song just go off in my head? Right? So then that almost becomes like a trigger so that you recognize you're over analyzing. Because many of us don't realize that we're doing it until we get to the point that it's really, we almost feel like we're going crazy. Yeah. And when we've got to that point, it's a lot more difficult to come back. Because you go into circles and circles and circles of overthinking and overanalyzing.
But why is it that we do it? Why is it that we do it in the first place?
The answer that pops into my head right now is to keep busy, to have something to do, to keep ourselves distracted. Because we're so trained, we're trained from a way of doing rather than being. Right? So our head gives us something to do. Overthinking gives us something to work on, something to do. And it kind of takes us away from being as well. So it's to recognize it. She's got another question. Go on, I'll let you go.
If we use that sort of a tip you just shared with the favorite song or the one you hate the most, and you catch yourself in the moment doing it, what are some of the things that you could help yourself get out of it in a way? Or is it simply a decision?
You can laugh.
A choice.
And laugh. Just laugh at yourself. Yeah. It's not something that you do, because the reason why I said a funny song or a song that annoys you or irritates you, it will just take you out of that state. Or pick a song that just makes you laugh. So you start laughing. So just by laughing, you're kind of in a different state already. Because right there, what you're asking for something else to do. That question in itself, you're asking for something, what else can I do to stop myself from doing it?
Got me. got me. Yeah.
So therefore, it's if you program like a song in there, then it will just trigger something, or just recognize you're doing it and then go ahead and do something else. That's another option. Just stop what it is that you're doing. Cold showers are great.
Okay.
Yeah. Running because you have to focus on your breathing and your feet, and just any form of exercise is also great to get you out of it. So meditation is another one. Although you might drive yourself crazy in meditation as well if you're an overthinker. It's like, I can't find the gap. I'm still thinking. I can still hear those things. I know. I can imagine some people will actually fight themselves in meditation. So the other way to do it is to listen to a meditation CD or something like that. That's another way. Or dancing. Movement is one of the best things that you can do, whether it's physical activity, dancing, or just, put the music on. There's something about music and movement together that just alters your state.
Does it mean that basically you just search for a way that feels best for you, but the intention is that it gets you out of your head? Because with overthinking, it seems like we're so much into our head and it's so loud that drives me nuts, us personally.
Yeah. And it is so anything that gets out. And if you look at it from an energetic point of view, that means that a lot of your energy is kind of stuck up here. And generally, oops, I just dropped my bottle of water. But generally, energy is kind of flowing from your feet all the way up through your body and up to the top of your head and then back down again. So if you find yourself overthinking, energetically, it also means that there's a lot of energy that's just buzzing around just this part of your body. So therefore, it just gets stuck. So it may mean that you might not be expressing something. So the way to shift that is also breathing up through your feet. Maybe go and sitting by a tree. Imagine that you're leaning. If you don't have a tree, imagine that you're leaning against a tree and the tree's kind of holding you, and then your feet just kind of merge into the trunks of the tree, the roots of the tree. And then you kind of breathe up through that. So you then start focusing your attention on another part of your body. And breath work is another great way. Movement, all of these things that is just getting you to move in a different way.
Love it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for the Depika's wisdom. And hope you enjoyed it. And as always, if you have a question, a topic you would like us to talk about, just drop us a message. And till the next CWA, bye-bye.
Bye.